There's no need, no need, no need to cry. Hello. Hello, everyone. We're on a new year. We're on a new year here, 2025. 2025. Give me a give me a break. We're on the year 2025. 2000 does not seem that long ago. That was 25 years ago. This happens every year. Every time it's a new year, I uh, I revel in that for a minute and muse about the past and times that have been, and it's really wild to me that we're on the year 2025. It's really wild to me. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Do people still do that? Or have we just all given up as a society? We're like, the world's pretty messed up. The world's pretty messed up, and we all give up. I hate to say it, but as I encounter people in life and everything since COVID and miscellaneous other things, what have you, I feel like a lot of people have given up. They've just given up completely, and that freaking sucks, you know, because I think there's so much left to do. There's so much left to do. Yeah, there's a lot left to do here. We have, our time on this earth is finite. It is. But we really, we got to utilize the time that we have, and you can't give up. You can't give up. Like, I get that everybody feels hopeless from time to time, and it's not easy given the current state of things, but really it's so important to just, you got to put one foot in front of the other and not let yourself get overwhelmed by it, because that's when we start to feel hopeless. And coming from someone who has been there, coming from someone who has been there, I'm here to tell you that we're all going to be okay. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as sometimes we make it out to be in our heads. You know what I mean? I feel like we make it out bigger in our heads than it needs to be. And that's why the world is so sad. Like, our society is so sad. And you know what? I'm really sick of seeing it. I'm really sick of seeing it because there's a lot of beautiful things too, and we focus so much on the negative shit that's going on in the world that we forget about the really cool and vibrant and awesome things. So as we embark into the year 2025, I want you to ask yourself, what can I do differently to change my perspective on things? Maybe it's not as bad as it seems. And I think if we all collectively as a society really try hard, or even, like, even if you can't, if all of society cannot get involved, maybe you can at least get your people, like your your little subgroup or your family or whatever you want to call it, and challenge yourselves. Like, what do I want to see? What are my goals? What are things that I can do to be a more well-rounded, positive person? And that little mark that you have of positivity can flow onto another person. And it's just really important that we all support each other. You know, it really is. It's so important. And the last couple of years is since COVID, I always say it. We've completely casted each other out, and we forget that we're all human beings and we're on this together, and we need to build each other up. But anyways, I don't want to get too deep into things. I'm feeling very reflective because it's a new year. It's a new year, and there's a lot to think about, and there's a lot to be said, and there's a lot to be grateful for. So let's just keep that in mind as we go on here. What are your resolutions? What are your resolutions? Do you have any? If you have some resolutions, let me know. Message me, comment me. I want to know. I'll tell you my resolution. My resolution, Well, I have several. I want to save money, number one. Number two, I've been trying to buy a camper forever, forever, and I just got to be patient about it. I was at an RV show the other day, and I kind of popped in, but I didn't stay for long because in my brain, I already know what I want, and I've been to a ton of these RV shows, so I just, I'm just telling myself I need to be patient so that the right things will fall into place. Um, Third, of course, it's the one that everyone focuses on. I wanna focus on my health, and like I'm a pretty active person. I go on hikes in the woods. Like clearly, all my imagery and my visuals that I do for Overmorrow, is stuff that I've done just out traveling in the world. Right now I'm walking through snow with sunflowers, and that's like a little hidden spot in the universe that I found, and it brings me so much joy and serenity. So I get really excited when I can create videos out of this footage because this is real life. These are things that are really happening on the planet, and I like to share it with people. I like to share it with people. But yeah, I definitely I want to get in better shape this year. I'm gonna start maybe like some strength training or something. And cardio too. I used to bike a lot. I used to ride my bike a lot, like in 2021. Oh my God, buns of steel, baby, buns of steel. I don't know if you can see, but I am squatting right now. And buns and thighs of steel because I rode my bike everywhere every day for hours. I worked second shift at that time. So I would get off of work and it'd be like anywhere from 11 p.m. to 1 in the morning, and I'd be like, "Nope, I got to ride my bike because it was good for my mental health." And I would just ride in my driveway for like an hour, sometimes longer. I would put music on, and I would just like, I'd put like Bob Moses on. Do you know Bob Moses? I mean, I'd put whatever on, but yeah, I just remember nights like riding around. I had a little flashlight on my bicycle, and then the last couple of years, I got kind of schleppy about it. Like this last summer, I try to get back in it, but it's been nothing like that one summer. Um, so I think I got some goals this year. I definitely got some goals. Took a little break from playing out because I can't believe 2024 came and went that fast. I can't believe it went that fast. So by the time January hit, I was like, it's cold. Let's take a break. I just need to work and take care of things in my personal life and take a break. I love playing out. I love playing out. It's such adrenaline. Like if you've played out, you get it. It's adrenaline and it's wonderful and it's beautiful and music is so crazy because it's like your soul. It's your soul. So it can be the most awe-inspiring thing, but it could also be fucking devastating. So yeah, there's a lot. I could go deep into this tangent, but it's the first stream of the year. I don't know if I'm sure there's lots of people that are right there with it. 2024 was a hard year for a lot of people, and I won't get into all the logistics why, because it's different for every person. Um, so I kind of fell out of like creating music the way I wanted to and streams, and it'd be like I would get going on a stream and I'd do a couple of them, like for the month, and then I would just fall out again and I'd be like so exhausted. I've been so exhausted the last couple of years, and I guess I'm really trying to dive into the reasons why. Just take care of myself. We all need to take care of ourselves. Anyways, I'm getting too deep for the first stream of the year. Tomorrow Mondays. Tomorrow Mondays are here. Tomorrow Mondays are here. And my goal is to produce an episode every week. Minus, oh no, I'll do one next week. I have a show coming up. but I think that's a different day. Anyways, my goal is to keep on the Marlin days because they really do bring me a lot of joy, and I like sharing with all of you guys, and I really love the positive feedback. It really means a lot to me. So to showcase this week in Kenosha, Wisconsin, it's Electronic Mayhem. I was fortunate enough to be part of Electronic Mayhem more than once now. It is a couple of good friends of mine down in Kenosha that showcase, different electronic artists within our little area of the Midwest. And when I say our area, I would say between Milwaukee, Chicago, and Madison, probably that triangle, the Bermuda Triangle of the Midwest. So this Saturday, they're going to be having a performer come to a venue that I've not been to. It's called the White Lilac. I probably will go check it out at some point. With a performer called the Black Freighter. And there's a whole pirate story behind it. But I need to look into that more myself. What I know right now is Black Freighter is playing White Lilac this Saturday at sponsored by Electronic Mayhem. Electronic Mayhem is an experimental music collective consisting of Codes Within Codes, Torval, Dead Language Decoder, and Devices. Lowercase d in parentheses, and then vices. They're doing it. They're out there doing it, everybody. Electronic Mayhem. What a time to be alive in 2025. Making music, making art. We're here. I promise as we get into the new year, I will have some more events to showcase. It's pretty early in the year. It's January, so I think everybody's settled down a little bit after the new year. And sometimes it takes things to kind of, it takes a couple weeks for things to spark up again, but they will. And I'll be there along for all of it to showcase it. And I hope you join me. Because I am excited to get back into streaming. I'm excited to get back into streaming.